So, with all the excitement surrounding this new release of this free public beta of Photoshop CS3, I thought I had to show you at least one of my favorite features in this program, which is a new item called Smart Filters. Now, Smart Filters work very similar to Smart Objects in that they allow you to apply filters in a very non-destructive way, and it even allows you to edit them and even go back and tweak them after you have applied them. So, if I got an image here, and I got my background layer, if I go under the filter menu, you see, now before I actually apply any filters, I need to convert the layer for smart filters. So if you see right here under filter, we got convert for smart filters. And when I do that, you can see down here in our layers that it actually has converted it into a smart object so that we can apply these settings, apply the filters, and be able to go back and edit them non-destructively. Very much similar to a regular smart object. So if I go under my filter once again, now I go select a filter, I'm going to go this time, I'm going to go under blur, radial blur, and we'll leave that at about 50, and we'll just position this to where it kind of is almost centered on the skier, and there we get a pretty good blurring effect. And you can see, if I drag my layers palette out here, you can see immediately what has happened when I applied that filter. We get another icon here and some little items down here. Now this thing right here is actually a layer mask, which we can actually mask out areas that we don't want the filter to actually apply to. And here we have the filter we applied and another little thing right here. Now this little icon right here, if I double click on that, it brings up this window, which basically is very much like the fade menu under the edit menu, which allows you to actually change the blending mode of the filter and even its opacity. So you can see you can change these blending modes right on the fly and get a very different effect altogether. So I'm just going to leave that on normal in this case though. And we'll hit OK. And if I wanted to, let's say I've applied that blur and I wanted to apply it a little bit more. Now ordinarily I would probably have to undo it and then go back into my filter and reapply it. But in this case, all I got to do is double click on the name, and there we have our original settings here. And we're not reapplying it, we're actually editing the original settings we had just done. So if I boost this up to 75 and hit OK, it's going to reapply it right there, and there we have our new blur. And if I wanted to bring out the skier a little bit more, if I just activate this layer mask and go over here and get my paintbrush, make sure I'm painting with a black color, and we just start painting into this area where the skier is, we can actually bring him back very subtly, bring in a little bit of that ski, and just about like that. And that looks pretty good. So that just is a really quick demo of how you have a tremendous amount of control over the filters you apply, and you're not having to use an insane amount of layers to actually achieve this effect. I've actually only got one layer here using a layer mask and being able to go out and edit the blur as much as I want. If I wanted to boost this all the way up to 100, even after I've done all those changes, there it has gone ahead and done it, maintaining that mask and doing everything there. So really, really cool feature among many others. I encourage you to go and check out our new CS3 Learning Center and see all the new features. There's videos from all the Photoshop guys, including myself, the Photoshop laddie. You can check it out at www.photoshopuser.com/CS3. There's also a link right here on the Planet Photoshop home site. And check back soon. We'll have a lot more new stuff coming your way, and we'll see you next time.